Yeah.
We have two starting quarterbacks in Dolphins versus Ravens.
Yes.
Dolphins at Ravens. It is the third worst matchup for Tua and the 17th best matchup for Lamar. So it figures we have two starting quarterbacks and they're two who get shitty matchups. Lamar is my 3 on the week. Tua is my 16.
I don't want to play Tua in this matchup. Baltimore, we saw what they did to San Francisco's offense. They absolutely wrecked them. They're going to do the same thing, and Tua struggles against good defenses. So I get it. Tua has the name. He's been good this year, but he's very matchup dependent. So ideally, I'm pivoting away from Tua. He's in that streamer range. If you don't have a better option, I get it. But like, you should have someone who you can at least start over Tua this week. And yeah, Lamar is Lamar. He's super high floor and he can hit. So it's just Lamar. You know what it is.
Yeah, I wish I could cite it, but I heard on some podcasts, maybe it was Matt Waldman or whoever, but Lamar Jackson shows up against teams with good offenses, regardless of their defenses. So if their offense, like Miami's can put up points against that Baltimore D, then Lamar's going to come back and fire it, right, and take the game into his own hands. So I don't mind Lamar in this matchup.
Running backs, 6th worst matchup for the Dolphins and the 7th worst matchup for the Ravens. I want no part of the Ravens out of anything besides desperation. Raheem Mostert is my RB22. I feel like that's a little low, but I don't love the matchup. And then after him, I've got Achane at 30, Gus Edwards at 35. This isn't like you've got 3 or 4 options here as RB3s or flexes, but like Mostert's the only one I really want to play. I don't really want any of them. I think I'd have it Mostert, Achane, and then a mile to Edwards, but I don't even really feel that comfortable starting Achane. He hasn't looked the same since his injury.
Well, and Mostert's dealing with an injury. He's expected to play. Achane just missed practice yesterday. So it's not, the vibes are not good around all of this right now. But yeah, if Mostert's playing, you're going to.
I tried to make up these graphics and I had to sit there to try and remember who's hurt. There's more injured players than healthy players.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's week 17. That's what it is. Like, people just get destroyed over the course of the year. And Mostert's an older back. He's dealt with injuries his entire career where he's never gotten through a full season, right? So this is the best he's ever been. So you ride him in if he plays. Achane's 31 for me, Mostert's 20, and yeah, I'll play them over any Baltimore running back. I just don't want to deal with the Baltimore running back unless you want Gus Edwards and you expect him to get in the goal line, score touchdown, which is
that's the only thing I was going to say is Gus has been back to his scoring ways, touchdown each of his last 2 games. I would probably play him over Achane this week, but just expecting the floor. I think the question is who scores more fantasy points, Gus Edwards or Austin Eckler this week.
Eckler by a mile.
It's sad that's even a conversation.
Are you sure? Because I'm not.
I'm not sure. But yeah,
Gus has had more than him over the last 2 weeks. So
define. Am I sure?
Like, the question about those two is either one getting double digits. Like, that's the question we ask. Eckler double digits, maybe. Edwards, maybe. I don't. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great.
I was scrolling through Twitter looking for something, and I came across a graphic, and I said, "Oh, that's a goddamn good-looking thumbnail." Oh, it's the league winners. Oh, it's mine.
You're like, weird.
That's a
weird how that works.
Thumbnail there. Oh, it's me. Thank you. I did good work. I think that's good.
Man.
I didn't write the article. I made it up for somebody else, and I forgot. I was like, "Oh, I didn't write this. I wasn't tagged," and I just came across it. I was like, "That's nice." Oh, it's me.
Everybody likes great brand there.
Yeah, exactly right. Oh, goodness.
Wide receiver, 16th best matchup for Zay Flowers, 22nd for, I almost said Taysom Hill. It's not. It's Tyreek Hill, assuming he plays. Who the hell knows with him with his health? I have Tyreek at 2. I have Waddle at.
I think Waddle's hurt because he's on my rankings.
I was going to say, is Waddle hurt? Because I have Waddle out. Is everybody healthy?
Oh, God.
Or,
I think it is. Let me double check.
Anyways, and Zay, I've got Zay at 23. So, good God. These fucking injuries. I'm sick of this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's going to be rough. There you go.
Yeah, it's Tyreek, and then, probably Flowers, maybe OBJ, Waddle if he plays, but it's, Tyreek and everyone else.
Yeah, Tyreek's my wide receiver 1 because of that. Like if there's ever no Tyreek or no Waddle, you fire the other one up like everywhere just because you expect insane volume. And I get it. Like you just can't cover Tyreek Hill. I don't care who's playing defense on him. He's impossible to guard. You put Sauce, it doesn't matter. So yeah, he's my wide receiver 1 this week. And Zay, he's down in the 30 range for me. I do like him more than my projections say. So I am higher on that ranking. Like we saw last week, he saw 12 targets. You had to go back to him. You trust him in that offense. So like you fire Zay up. Like I'm totally fine with that. The other guys, no, I'm just not doing it.
Yep. Tight ends, 19th best matchup for Likely, 24th best matchup for Smythe. I have Likely as tight end 11 and Smythe as 32. So take that for what it's worth.
Yeah.
Kickers, we have third worst matchup for Justin Tucker, 17th best matchup for Jason Sanders. Tucker is my 2, Sanders is my 3. So both kickers are must starts this week. And the DSTs, I have 11th worst matchup for the Ravens, 6th worst matchup for the Dolphins. The Ravens are still playable. I have them as DST 9. The Dolphins I am avoiding at DST 20. What are your thoughts here, guys?
Yeah, that sounds good to me. Like I Likely a little bit higher. Like I'm very much trusting what he's been doing the past few weeks. But overall, yeah, I'm with you on that. Like you must start the kickers. Defense is iffy.
Yeah, the only thing I'll say about the Miami defense is they've been getting to the quarterback lately. Whether it's because they're able to cover on the back end in the secondary or Chubb just coming alive or a combination of the guys they put in there. So I don't hate starting them, but yeah, you don't really want to play any defense against Lamar.
Yeah, their defense is really good. Ramsey's great, but the problem is like Ramsey gets neutralized by Tyreek Hill. Like Ramsey can't keep up with Tyreek Hill, and that's the biggest problem. Yeah. That's the biggest problem with Ramsey. But he's been like he absolutely shut down like every wide receiver he's gone against. So I'm very curious to watch this matchup.
Yeah, it'll be good.
These are
CEH is not scheduled to practice today.
Ooh, lovely. So they don't have a running back.
So they can
Mahomes is running himself.
Pacheco as well, not scheduled.
So Tyreek's Tyreek's not even on that team anymore.
They got the rookie on the practice squad. What's his name? We were hyping him up in the preseason. I cannot remember. It's blanking. But there's a rookie that they can bring up and he could play. Yeah.
They could put Kadarius Toney in the backfield, except he's not scheduled to practice today either. So
yeah, Mr. We're going to rely on Kadarius Toney to be the healthy guy in the lineup.
Grief.